How about now? Hello. Hello. Alright, now we're working. Cool. Do 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 do. Guess I can hear it. Hello. How you doing?
I'm. Hello.
Uh, I'm
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, cool. I'm streaming right now for what is like the first time ever.
Oh, I thought you have streamed before.
Oh, like this is the first time I've done it well. I've got a new editing rig, or I got a PC that I can actually like work with, so I can like stream in a higher resolution.
Oh wait, are you actually playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City?
Yeah,
Oh dang,
I've got a whole PS2 and everything set up. It's pretty wild.
man! I've always had the one thing I've always had an issue with when it came to like Grand Theft Auto Vice City was that you couldn't swim. Was like and like
Yeah,
they always tried to make the excuse like, oh, like I read the manual, it's like, oh, there's sharks or whatnot, but I'm like, no, you guys just didn't put in the graphics yet, and like, yeah.
I need. Speaking of the devil, it's a bit overexposed. My signal's a bit weird. Let me see if I can fix that.
So how are things going with you?
Doing all right. I'm actually not even playing the game. The controller's just sitting away, and now he's walking by himself.
Oh
Uh,
man, just make sure it doesn't go in the water. Ugh.
that's better. That's about right. Can I fix the saturation?
Uh, I I maybe. I mean, like if you're using
Yeah, there we
what is it
go.
called?
OBS.
Yeah, OBS, like Streamlabs OBS. Like I'm pretty sure you can, although it took me a while to kind of figure that out myself.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay, yours is probably a little bit more delayed than mine. It's a little bit darker now.
Okay. There it goes. Now that looks a lot better. I just saw it go
Oh,
through.
oh yeah, everything just turned a little bit more colorful.
Yes, that's proper.
Uh, Fun fact. I don't think it's available anymore, but for a while, what is it called? Rockstar Games launched this thing called Rockstar Games Launcher, and at the launch of that, people were able to like when they downloaded Rockstar Games Launcher, which was for free. They also got a free digital copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the Rockstar Games Launcher.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I still haven't played it yet because like for these kind of like I'm mostly a console guy when it comes to these, especially these kind of games.
Yeah.
So I haven't played it yet. Although I do plan to at some point, and I might even try to use a console if I can whenever I try playing Fortnite, which I still have not done yet.
Oh. Oh yeah. By the way, I apologize for not like being on your stream that day. I felt pretty bad about it.
No, it's fine. But like, but I mean, it was mostly like. If you want to talk about that stuff now, I mean, I mean, if you want, if you want.
Oh gosh, I didn't look it up or anything. I know
I mean, a
about
lot of the stuff.
I know about the Hornets or the killer Hornets and all that. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, like that. Like I was a little bit worried about her. Actually, like, did you ever watch that video I sent you with Coyote Peterson?
Yes, I did. I did actually. That I've seen that before actually. Oh my god. Like here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm confused about. How is it that like they're from like Asia, right?
Yeah.
How come their population do they have a population of bees? Like, how come they have?
Yes,
So, like, how have those things not decimated their population, or have they?
because like the bees over in Asia and whatnot, like in Japan or whatever, they've evolved to combat hornets. Like that, like they evolved to combat hornets because like what they'll do, and it's actually pretty gruesome. Like those bees over in Asia, like whenever like a hornet tries to, like whenever a giant hornet tries to invade their nest, they will all like they won't sting it. What they'll do is all like gang pile on top of that thing and beat their wings so fast where it'll where the friction, I shit you not, cooks the hornet.
Oh my god. I okay. So like the bee, so the species of bee that we have in the United States can't basically defend itself.
No, no, they haven't evolved. Like they've never met a predator like this before. Although Kylie Pearson actually did recently post a video about these things, about Asian giant hornets, and actually did calm my nerves a bit because, for one, it was actually only one that entomologists found in the United States, and it'd probably go over here by a cargo ship. But two, um, uh, it like again, like he said, it's pretty unlikely that they will spread across the United States, and he's actually a wildlife expert, so I'm going to take his word for it that this is just like we've only like this isn't going to become a big thing in the world, but and even then, like the whole thing about murder hornets, like all the sites are calling it, that it's still a little bit misleading. Like they won't go out and like full on attack people and whatnot. Although they will just attack any bees. They will just attack bees because fuck you. And I mean like, and that's not me to you. That's like them to you. Like they
Yeah.
don't give a shit about bees. Like they want to kill every single one of them. They just like killing bees for some reason. But Katie Pearson did say that that the likelihood of Asian giant hornets spreading across the United States is pretty unlikely.
I really hope they don't. Speak of the devil, I actually saved a bee the other day.
Oh, I mean bees are nice.
Yeah, I actually saved a bee. I got a video of it and everything. Like it was
Oh,
outside of my house, like on my back porch, and it was just kind of laying there on its back, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad. And you had just been sending me those messages about like how they're gonna kill the bees. I'm like, I'm gonna try and save this guy. So what I did was I got like some sugar water, and I got a full like a we have a little rose plant on the back of our house in our backyard, and so I took a rose and I attached a Q-tip with some sugar water on it, and I put the bee on it along with the flower, and it eventually came back to life. And it's kind of funny, like, because after we waited about 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, and we came back outside and it was still on that leaf on that little flower, and he just right then and there he flew away. My sister and
yeah,
we
like
got to see it, got to see the moment, and I got it on video. It was such a nice little thing.
yeah. When I was a kid, I used to be really scared of bees. But nowadays I kind of realize, bees aren't really that scary. It's wasps that now I'm afraid of.
Oh
Like I'm
yeah,
afraid of wasps and don't even get me started on hornets. Like I've never been stung by a hornet before. I really don't want to experience that because and God help me if an Asian giant hornet ever stings me. I would the like that would just be probably that would maybe be the worst pain I would ever experience if I were to be stung by a giant hornet.
whew. Not
Yeah,
for
because
me. Not for me.
have you ever been stung by an American hornet?
I'm sure I don't know. Well, hornet, no, I don't think I have. I've been stung by a
Yeah, I mean,
bee. I've been stung by wasps.
yeah, I definitely was stung by. I mean, I definitely got my first taste of wasp stinging when filming the Bagad Paw. Like, oh,
Yeah, I remember that.
that was just the worst. Like, I mean, like, it wasn't not pain wise, but it's like I've never been so paranoid in my life.
Yeah, that was a bit rough. I'm not even gonna lie. That was a bit rough.
But yeah, but again, I hope because like I hope they don't spread around. Although again, I'm going to take Coyote Peterson's word for it that they probably won't. But still, like, I can't believe how big. And the worst part is, the Asian giant hornet does not even have the most pain. Apparently, it doesn't even have the most painful sting in the insect kingdom.
remember that part in the video. Yeah.
Yeah, he said like the executioner wasp is apparently like it was like the worst thing like you could be stung by. It's like God. I mean, now not bitten by because like apparently like he also says that venom, like when animals bite, like when it comes to either like the venom between stings and bites inject more venom than stings, and so apparently, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the worst bite Coyote Peterson's ever had, well, for one was a Gila monster, and two I think was the giant desert centipede.
Huh. I've got a pretty wild setup right now. I've got like 30,000 screens, all playing the same thing.
And you're all the way back there.
What is it?
I said you're all the way back there.
Yeah. Well, on the video part, I need to put I guess a webcam on the actual TV. So, like, when did you graduate high school? I keep forgetting your age.
I graduated high school in 2018, but here's the thing. And that's because 1 year I flunked, not on my own, but I mean, granted, things have gotten my ties with her have gotten better a little bit better over the years, but it was a bad part of my life where our mother was we were like she kept moving us around all the time, and I couldn't, and like for half a year we didn't go to school because again, not because of our choice, but it's like it was because our mother kept moving us around, and that caused me to flunk a year of high school, which is a shame because I've never flunked on my own and whatnot. So yeah, that kind of screwed me up. Still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, there was one point when I was in my senior year of high school. I did not that I gave up. I just totally just didn't want to do anything. I got senioritis pretty bad.
Ooh. Yeah. Ever since then, I was just like, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna like, cause like, I'm pretty like I was just trying to do my best and whatnot. I was trying to make sure I just gotta get out of high school and whatnot, and just and I graduated, and so yeah. I will say this. God, why do high school schools these days are so adamant about leeching money off of their students?
Yeah. Especially like colleges. It's been all college or high school was for me was college preparation 101.
Well, no, it's not even colleges. I mean, not just colleges. But I'm talking about high school in general. Like in my high school, granted, I had a few strings pulled with people I knew at the school, but graduation, graduation hats and caps and gowns and whatnot and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Was like $70.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That is just stupid. I'm not gonna be one of those people who's like fuck education. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that because it's important, and the government is kind of screwing over teachers and whatnot. But the school system, the school system, and really this kind of goes to a government level as well. I do not like how even when you're graduating, it's like, give us your money and you can walk the graduation stage. It's like, God, why? Again, this goes into bigger levels than just the school system and whatnot. I know, but it's just that's just not cool. Oh, in fact, if anything, I will say this. Senior year of high school is it really is all I shit you not, every a couple times every month we would always be brought into the auditorium so that some person at some company could pitch us like, hey, we're selling you these products, like buy a class ring or buy a stole or some stuff like that. It's like is this really what we're doing like a couple times every month? Like just listening to like pretty
advertisements.
much people like trying to sell us shit in high school. It's like we have more important things to be doing in high school than this.
Yeah,
Like
I remember like they got us all into the cafeteria. There were times that we were in the cafeteria, and they would bring us all in, and they're trying to sell us class rings. Which given I really wanted a class ring. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted one, but like I knew I'd never have enough money for it. But they're sitting here like talking it up like anyone if anyone has enough money for it, and these things are going for $300 to $500 for a fucking ring.
yeah, I just pretty much like I personally didn't want a ring because like I mean yeah it sounds cool but it's like how much is that really gonna be worth to me in the long run? Like is that really gonna be worth anything to me in the long run? Probably not. So I'm like,
For me, I'm about to graduate college here in about like on Friday.
oh cool. Oh
Yeah.
wait, this Friday?
Yep.
Oh
I'll be
well, pretty much.
I'll be done with college entirely Friday. Seven
Wow,
years. 7 years I've been at it, man. And I'll be
wow,
done Friday.
congratulations.
Thank you. Seven
No good.
years.
No, like did you get it?
Uh,
Congratulations.
uh, uh, well,
Hmm.
either way, thank you.
Yeah,
It's been a long time. It's been a really long time.
that's definitely accomplishing stuff way more than I have.
Well, it took me
Probably
7 years.
will.
It was a 4 year degree, and it took me 7 years to get it.
Dang.
Took me why it took me 7 years. One, I was lazy, for a large part of it, and another part of it was I just had no motivation for it. It just took me a lot to like try and get through it. There were parts of it I just didn't want to do. I just a part of I think there was like a year and a half I wasn't even there. I just
Dang.
I didn't have the money for it. I didn't have like the financial aid, and I think 2015 was just so about 2 years. I basically just wasn't even there. Although I was there in 2015, I just felt bad. I was going through some really bad mental trauma,
Ooh.
and like my family, I was very peer pressured in returning. Although I didn't want to return, I was just peer pressured to the point that like I felt like I was a failure if I didn't. I never like to my family at the time. The thought of taking a break was just the same as failing, and that was that's such a like it's such a toxic mindset. Like to not give someone the option of taking a break. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking a break. I guess for some people, like if they take a break, they never go back, and I can understand that.
Yeah. Again, I don't really know anything about college. Like I've never gone to college. I probably won't be going to college because it's like I just don't want to be in that kind of debt my entire life. And I mean, the economy's so bad already. Like, it's like I like I can barely keep myself like pretty much. I'm not going to get too much into it, but it's like I'm probably not going to be doing college or whatnot. I'm just going to like because like I'm not really because I don't really plan on being any kind of engineer. I'm not going to plan on really being anything that requires a degree. Like I don't a lot like I am really glad. Like granted, a film degree is not going to hurt my chances. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's always good, but it's like I don't know. It's like I
Honestly,
don't like.
here's the thing about film: you don't need a degree for it. For what I'm doing, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this with an honest heart. I didn't need to go to college for it. College was a good starting point. It got me. It provided opportunities for experience, but like all in all, like it's good and bad, man. Like a lot, what I want to do is like not really school related, but what it's given me is like experience in a way. Like I got a lot of
Well,
like
I'm not.
journalism internships. Like that's what helped me out.
Oh wait, I'm not denouncing. I'm not trying to put down the importance of higher education. No, I'm absolutely not. Like if you can like go for it. I'm not like. I mean that's just me. Like I'm in no way suggesting that college is stupid and whatnot. Like, no, it's not. Like, no, of course not. That's just my path and whatnot. Like, and if you have the resources for college, and I mean, why not go for it? I mean, it's not going to do you anything. It's not bad for you at all. It's like, so yeah. But man, I've been coming up with so many kind of movie ideas and whatnot over the past few days. Like, so many really cool ideas.
Oh,
Like,
the one that the what was that one that was based off of like a short or something? It was like the guy in the army, or
wait, are you talking about? I'm not going to elaborate too much on it. But are you talking about Overcomer?
yes. Oh my god, that where did you even get that? Where did you?
Well,
I'm still trying to figure that out. Like that is such an outlandish thing.
well, again, like I sent you messages on Facebook and whatnot. Like, again, I'm not going to elaborate on this because, like, grant, like, because I want to be a little bit surprised for the public, but man, I really want to do this. I really want to do Overcomer one day, because man, it is
It's
so funny.
it's a ride. It is a freaking ride. I'm
I
sorry.
just hope we can. I just hope we can find people who will be willing to do that. I mean, of course, nothing's actually going to be shown and whatnot. Like, again, this is just going to make the audience in this stream going, "What are they even talking about?" But it's like, of course, nothing would actually be visibly shown, but like through like audio and whatnot, like sound effects and clever editing. It's like, I wonder how many people we could find who'd be willing to do that short, because
I say a few.
again, it's just crazy. It really is crazy. And I will say, the I will say the names of the main characters in that short are based off of the real names of the real people behind that thing that I told you inspired the short. Again, like I need you need to check out that. I'm gonna actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'll send you on Discord. I'll send you the link to the video, to that video where I got that from, and it's really funny. Let's see.
There's a new video or new channel called like Cinema Behind the Curtain or something like that, where they basically it's like a documentarian style of it's a documentarian style of like telling how they made the movie. Like there was one about how Quentin Tarantino made Inglourious Bastards, and there was one about how what's the guy who made Fight Club? For some reason, his name has a
David Fincher.
David Fincher. Yeah.
I've never seen Fight Club.
Are you serious? Whoa.
Yeah, I haven't.
Fight Club is a fantastic. Do you know anything about it at all?
I do know that stars Brad Pitt and Edward Norton and Helena Bonham Carter, and it's about a fight club where you're not allowed to talk about Fight Club.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, here's the thing about it. If you're gonna like, just don't watch anything else about it.
Oh, I do plan on seeing it one day. It's just like, there's already so many things I'm already trying to watch. Hell, whenever we're done with the stream, I'm gonna try to watch the first episode of Tiger King because I've never seen that.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook post about that. I think I watched the first 2 episodes and it was just too much for me. Like I just can't do it.
I've heard it's really crazy. Like like the whole thing gets really crazy, and like, especially since Nicolas Cage has now been cast as the Tiger King for like a TV series.
What? No way.
No, yeah.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
Yes, I could totally see it. Oh my god, that is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to watch. I'm gonna finally try to watch Tiger King and whatnot. So,
That's great.
um,
I tell you what, there needs to be a movie made about GTA Vice City. Just Tommy Vercetti, man, fantastic
or
character.
even, or maybe just any kind of, or maybe any kind of. Actually, maybe not. It doesn't even have to be based on any kind of game. I just like to see some sort of Grand Theft Auto movie. And funny enough, remember that one movie that The Rock was in called San Andreas?
Yeah.
I initially thought that was actually like a Grand Theft Auto movie. It's like, what is this Grand Theft Auto? Because like I always thought Dwayne Johnson would be really cool in like a Grand Theft Auto movie. Because it sounds like, but no, it's not that kind of movie. Although I've never seen San Andreas, but I've seen like visual effects breakdowns of the movie, and good God, the amount of the amount of visual effects in that movie is insane.
I haven't really watched any movies lately or shows. I've been too busy. Oh. I started the first I started on the first 30 minutes of The Irishman. And
Oh, you finally started watching The Irishman.
I started watching it, and I'm like, oh boy, if I this is I needed to I had to do homework and stuff, and like I was like, okay, this is gonna take too long. And then I'm really happy that I would decide to do my homework first, because if I didn't, oh, excuse me, I would have watched that movie all the way through.
It really is. It's a movie that really does not feel like it's 3.5 hours long. It really doesn't feel like that.
It was already going by pretty like fast. I'm like, oh boy, it's already 30 minutes into it, and I have homework to do. I felt really dumb for starting the movie. Now I got to start it again because I can't remember what I watched.
Yeah, right now I'm watching like the visual effects breakdowns for San Andreas, and I shit you not, when the what was it, like when the 20 films shortlist for the Oscars for best visual effects that year came out.
Yeah.
Because like there's two rounds for the visual effects shortlist, at least as of now. There's the first round, which is 20 films, and then there's the second round where there's 10 films, and then then they, from those 10 they pick 5 nominees. I'm looking at the visual effects breakdown for San Andreas now. Like, I'm not saying I would like full on nominate it for best visual effects, but how did it not even get in the top 20? Like, that's insane. Like, there's no reason why that shouldn't have gotten to the top 20 of the Oscar visual effects shortlist, because this is amazing. What I'm looking at. But you know what movie I feel like probably has the most underrated visual effects I've ever seen in my life?
What is that?
Chappie.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic movie, by the way. Underrated.
I mean, like, here's the thing. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen visual effects breakdowns of the visual effects in that movie. And from what I've seen, it doesn't even look like a CGI robot. Like, this is one of the rare times where like the CGI doesn't looks 100% real. And what makes it even more amazing is that it's a full-on like character. Like, it's not even background shots or whatever. Like, I mean, it's not like the background like they put a little bit of CGI there. No, this is a full-on character you're seeing throughout this entire movie, and the visual effects on him look perfect. And
they do.
Here's the funny thing.
Have you seen the breakdown where he's like hitting the car?
I don't know about the specifics, but I know I've definitely seen like the visual effect, like a visual effects breakdown of I'm looking at it right now. It says Chappie VFX breakdown by Image Engine, and it's unbelievable what they were able to pull off with that. Like, it just does not look like a CGI character. And you know what's even crazier? Not only did it not get nominated for Best Visual Effects that year at the Oscars, it didn't even make it to round 2. It didn't even make it to the second round of the shortlist. Which, I mean, I thought that was insane, because it's like, let me look at I'm going to look at 2015 and see what the visual effects list looked like back then. Okay.
That movie came out 5 years ago?
I don't know exactly how, like, It came out in 2015.
Oh my
Like, I don't know
god.
exactly
I'm
how long. I
old.
don't know if it's 5 or 6 years or whatever, but it's like it did come out in 2015, and the visual effects for Chappie still look perfect now, in my opinion.
Well,
But like,
they're just like District 9. The same guy,
same
Neil.
director.
Yes, Neil Blomkamp. Vice City's beautiful. I'm just driving in circles and I don't even care.
Cause like in round two, the movies in the like the 10 film shortlist for 2015 for visual effects was Ant-Man, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Ex Machina, Jurassic World, Mad Max: Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Tomorrowland, and The Walk. And if I could pick take three of them out and replace with my three, and granted, this is already probably the toughest year for visual effects ever in my opinion because 2015 was amazing. I would probably take out Jurassic World, The Walk, and God, cause like here are the three movies I would want to put in that short list would be actually well like I don't know what I really want to man it's because like the three movies I want to put in that 10 film short list would be San Andreas, Chappie, and I'll tell you here in a bit why Furious 7, because like recently I kind of I was looking at like the visual effects breakdown of Furious 7, and oh wait, are you gone?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, and I shit you not, uh, Digital Paul Walker was what like in that movie. He wasn't what you think he was in that movie. Like, when you think of Digital Paul Walker, what shot do you usually think of in that movie?
The one where he's driving off.
Nope. That's not Digital Paul Walker. That apparently was like a shot from the first Fast and Furious of Paul Walker, just edited a little bit to make him look like to put him into the current shot. But overall, that was not the Digital Paul Walker. Digital Paul Walker in that movie was everywhere you didn't think he was in. Like I don't know when you're gonna watch this or whatever, but it's like I'm gonna send you the link anyway because it's amazing. Digital Paul Walker was all over that movie, and none of us even realized it. It should have been so obvious because it's a CGI person. But oh my god, it did not look like CGI. He looked real, like, especially for 2015. I couldn't believe how they pulled that off. Like, and now honestly, I am shocked that didn't get a Best Visual Effects nomination. Let alone it didn't even make it to the 10 film shortlist. Again, I can't even that is astonishing what they were able to pull off.
So it's kind of like the same weird thing that happened. Like, did they already finish the Dark Knight? When it's because it's the same thing. He died during production, right?
No. I think what you're talking about. No, Heath Ledger completed all of his work in The Dark Knight, but I think what you're talking about is The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, a movie that I have not seen. But what they did is that for like the later part of the movie or whatever, they actually had three actors, Johnny Depp, Colin Farrell, and Jude Law, replace Heath Ledger in certain scenes. But again, cause I guess they found a way to weave it in the story. But again, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say how they did that. But no, Heath Ledger did complete all of his work in The Dark Knight. But yeah, whenever you get the chance, I would definitely recommend checking out the Furious 7 breakdown on Digital Paul Walker, because good God, that is actually insane. I don't know how they will pull that off, let alone in 2015. Like, that was way ahead of its time.
What other movies have done that to that level?
Oh, you're talking about digital, digital humans or whatnot?
Yeah. Have you ever seen The Crow?
No.
I heard that's a movie that did the same thing.
I don't actually I don't know if it was a digital Brandon Lee. Hold on. How did? Hold on. I'm gonna look up the Crow and like look. I'm pretty like it has to be on like one of the top trivia things on IMDb or whatever. Like, well, no, not the Crown, the Crow, not the Netflix series. There it is, the Crow.
Uh-oh. Oh, this
Okay.
this disc is really scratched. I totally forgot. Oh, that's a nostalgic sound. Did you ever grow up with a PlayStation 2?
Oh yeah. One of the games I used to play a lot on the PlayStation 2 was the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the game.
Huh. I used to play Battle for Bikini Bottom. That was a fun game.
Okay, I'm looking at this now. Okay, it says the following scenes were completed after Brandon Lee's death regarding the Crow. Draven first enters the apartment after digging himself out of his grave. Footage of Lee walking through an alley in the rain was digitally composed into the scene where he walks through the doorway. Computer technology added drops of water on the door frame to make the water on his back not seem out of place. So, again, let's see what another one is. Another one says the shot of Draven, I don't know, Draven or Draven, I don't know what it is, falling from the window was made by digitally compositing Lee's face, complete with simulated blood, onto a body double. The scene where Draven puts on his makeup was filmed using a double. The face in the smashed mirror was Lee's. The computer altered to fit the shards. The image of Draven walking towards the window with the Crow on his shoulder was a double with Lee's face added during lightning flashes. When Sarah visits the apartment, we never see Draven's face as it is a double.
Huh.
So I guess like it wasn't really a digital human. It's just like they sort of slapped his face on there or whatever. Sort of like a deep fake.
Huh. For back then, that's pretty impressive still, though.
Yeah, like some of the really impressive like CGI humans I've seen in movies. One of them I'll definitely say like that was pretty revolutionary was at least from what I've seen in the visual effects breakdowns. I haven't seen the movie, but at least again I've seen the visual effects breakdowns. Was the Curious Case of Benjamin Button? Like
yes, I saw that
like
theater.
He looked pretty good. Another one that I think was done really well was well, I mean, you know, a couple of them actually came out. Actually, no. One of them that I didn't even notice. Well, another one that I didn't notice was CGI when I was watching it. Like the first one I told you about was Paul Walker in Furious 7. I still think compared to the one I'm about to say, Paul Walker is a little bit more impressive considering there was a lot more of him in the movie and he was talking a lot.
Yeah.
But one that I also didn't even notice was CGI. Was a CGI human was Rachel in Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, you didn't know that was I knew that was digital because I saw the first one, but
Yeah, I had never seen the first one, so when she walks up, I was like, "Huh, who's this?" It didn't even the CGI was so good, it didn't even cross my mind that she was a digital human. Like that was incredible how they did that.
yes.
And a couple of others that I thought were done really well, ironically came out last year, were The Irishman and Gemini Man, especially Gemini Man.
Well, The Irishman, I watched one of the first scenes of whenever he got off. Like he was in the truck in the beginning. For some reason, the shot of him in the truck looks more funky than any other part of that movie. To me,
Like, I didn't really notice it. Like, I know a lot of people complained about, like Robert De Niro and all them kind of moving like old people, but I don't really think that's a visual effects issue. I think that's just kind of a matter of circumstance, because like they're old. There's nothing really the visual effects can do about that.
I'm like, I don't think they understand. I'm like, these guys are actually old.
Yeah. Again, I don't mind. I mean, I don't care if anyone's complaining about that, but it's just like again, I don't think that's a visual effects issue. I think that's just an issue of circumstance.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, seeing the visual effects breakdowns of Gemini Man really make me want to see it. I mean, I've heard nothing but bad things about it, but I've heard nothing but praise for the visual effects themselves. Like that they look like, oh my god, like Will Smith looks amazing. And hell, that one clip I showed you of the visual effects breakdown of Gemini Man, like in some scenes, even older, even like 50-year-old Will Smith is digital at times, which really does not look like again, that did not look like a digital human. That just looked like Will Smith was there. But yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm playing Need for Speed Carbon. One of the last. I think this is the last good Need for Speed by EA.
I never played Need for Speed.
It's a really good car game. I don't know. I don't know about their later ones. I haven't heard anything about their. I think there's another one called like Hots. I can't remember. Need for Speed has kind of died off.
Ooh, here's a good question. In your opinion, what's the best non-human digital character?
Non-human digital character. God, that's a great question. That is genuinely a fantastic question. Non-human digital character. Okay. Smog.
That's definitely a contender for me. Like, granted, I have quite a few issues with the visual effects of The Hobbit, the Desolation of Smaug, and Battle of the Five Armies overall. Because, like, for some reason, the green screen looks really off, and they made the movies look, at least the sequel, the Hobbit sequel, like, Hobbit 1 I thought looked fantastic, but, like, with visual effects, but for some reason, the Hobbit sequels, they really, the green screen was always kind of off, and they made everything look really bright, and it was kind of distracting, but Smaug himself, I thought was done really well.
Yeah.
I thought he looked really good.
As a character, it fit. It fit very well.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna complain about Smaug himself. Like, he looked incredible. My issue is really just with like how they tried to insert human characters in the Hobbit sequels, because like it just looked off. Like, something about it just felt really off. And then in the Hobbit sequels, which I don't know how.
Ian McKellen had a hard time with it too. He was acting in front of no one.
It's like Hobbit, the Hobbit, the Unexpected Journey. I thought, like, that looked like really good. So like, but like, it's like, I don't know what happened with the Hobbit sequels in terms of visual effects. Like, something there was always something off about the effects in those movies for the most part, but. And I will say, when it comes to non-human digital characters, there's definitely some contenders for me. A few that come to mind would be what was it, like, of course, Caesar from War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Or King Louie in the Jungle Book, like the Christopher Walken ape.
Did you see the new Mowgli film?
Yeah.
Like, it was by
Andy Serkis. He directed it.
Yeah, was it good? Like, I haven't seen it.
I did enjoy Mowgli. Not as much as Jon Favreau's Jungle Book, but I enjoyed it. Although I will say, weirdly enough, the main, like, how do I describe it? The effects in that movie, the effects themselves aren't bad, but it's really kind of it's sort of like it has a sort of cat issue where the effects themselves I don't think are bad. Like, the effects are actually really good, but for some reason they kind of, with the faces of the animals, they kind of try to morph animal and human faces on there, and it doesn't quite. It just looks off.
That's a bit odd.
Again, it's really, and for me that's really just a design choice, not really visual effects, because the effects themselves look really good, but it's just like, I don't know why they felt the need, like this is why, I never got why people complain about the Lion King. I know I hate bringing up Lion King again, but it's like, I never understood, like, that's why I never wrapped my head around people, saying, why do the animals in Lion King look more expressive? Like, how come they don't express more? Because when you do that, you get Mowgli and cats. That's what happens when you make these animals that aren't supposed to emote. Like, that's what you get. Like, you get something that looks really weird and just kind of, like, that's an uncanny valley. Like, that's something that just doesn't look right, in my opinion.
Did you see Cats?
No.
I want to. I really do.
Yeah, I want to see Cats because, like, I'm just gonna say, it's probably not gonna be in my top 10 worst movies of the year. Like, because, like, there has to be at least something redeemable about the movie. I mean, hell, the visual effects technology they're using is pretty revolutionary.
I
Did they use it for the right reasons? Probably, from the looks of it, probably not. But I don't have a problem with the technology itself. And plus, like, it's from the same director of Les Miserables. Like, how bad could that possibly be? How bad could Cats possibly be?
on paper, it sounds like it's going to be fantastic, but I guess in execution, it just ends up being a joke.
Again, like, I just have to see that. Ooh, but I digress. Yeah, King Louie in the Jungle Book would definitely be a contender. Another big contender that I feel like is like one of the best CGI characters I've ever seen in my life. Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
Is that? Oh my god, dude! Like I think I saw that in theater. Oh my god, that blew my freaking mind.
Like that CGI still looks perfect today. Like it looks amazing.
It doesn't have a really good Rotten Tomatoes score though, which is strange.
Yeah, like I don't blame. I'm not gonna blame them, but like it's in my opinion it's the best of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. But I mean, I don't expect everyone to agree and whatnot. But
I think I like the first one and the second. I like even World's End.
I'm a big fan of the entire Pirates of the Caribbean franchise overall. Granted, I have not seen Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales. I haven't seen that yet.
That one, that's my least liked one. Or no, not maybe. Okay, which one was the last one? The very last one that had the guy from No Country for Old Men.
Oh yeah, Javier Bardem. Yep, that was it.
That one I didn't care too much for.
I still want to see it because again, I'm a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan. But Davy Jones, he's also like one of my favorite villains in any movie because like I can even recite his entire opening monologue. It's just like everything about him just sounds silly. Like the funny accent and the design of him, but man, they make it intimidating. They make him intimidating and deep as a character. But again, visual effects wise, he's like one of the most revolutionary motion capture characters in history. Of course, when it comes to motion capture characters, you also gotta give a mention to Gollum. That's also a really good character.
Oh, certainly.
I think Supreme Leader Snoke in Star Wars: The Last Jedi, love or hate the movie, they made him look great in that movie, in my opinion.
It's definitely that was a unique territory too.
Yeah, like the visual effects on him were absolutely crazy. And I'm looking through here to see if there's anything I kind of missed. In terms of visual effects and what. Oh yeah, Kong from Kong Skull Island looked amazing. Like, wow. What else is there? Oh, I also gotta give a mention to the stuffed animals in Christopher Robin. Yeah, they're stuffed animals, but Jesus Christ, like those stuffed animals looked like they were real. Like it was insane how good they looked. Currently looking through to see if there was anything I missed before I give my number one. Ever since Mark Ruffalo started playing the Hulk, like they made him look amazing nowadays. But I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and say I forgot. Another one would be like any of the characters from Avatar were revolutionary. But yeah, I think I'm going to reveal what, in my opinion, is the greatest motion capture, or at least like best digital character I've ever seen in a movie. Like in terms of visual effects, Thanos from Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh yeah, they did a good job on him.
On paper, that really should never have worked because it's a big 10-foot tall purple dude with a golden glove that has like jewels that can pretty much grant a wish if he snaps his fingers or whatnot. And again, it really should never have worked, but man, he is arguably one of the most human villains the MCU has ever had. And the visual effects on him were just wow, it looked like it straight up looked like they beefed up Josh Brolin and made him purple.
What's weird about that movie to me is how long it took. Like most kids grew up with that film. I'm like, do you understand? Like literally grew up, and I'm over here like, this whole journey started in 2008, and I could have never guessed that it would have turned into what it did. I
Yeah,
knew.
imagine going from Iron Man to Avengers Infinity War, where the main character is a big purple guy with a glove. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah, and there's also like a talking raccoon and a tree and a bunch of other crazy shit. Like,
Oh,
how did we get this?
I was so excited about Guardians whenever they announced that. I was like, that was like my whole thing because like I wanted to see a talking raccoon so bad. I
I
want.
was
That was my whole thing.
before the trailers were coming out. I was like, is that really going to work? Like a movie with a talking raccoon and talking tree? And weirdly enough, I first heard of Guardians of the Galaxy because for a while I think Jim Carrey was kind of rumored to be like being considered for the role of Rocket. I think another name was like Adam Sandler. Uh, again, I don't know how reliable that is, but I just kind of because like I'm not gonna lie, I was like a big Jim Carrey obsessed. I was like really obsessed with Jim Carrey back in the day, like in my middle school days, and like I would always like follow any kind of Jim Carrey news that'd be around. And so like when I heard that he was like again reportedly being considered for the role of Rocket in Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, what in the world is Guardians of the Galaxy? And it's like, wait, like this is the same studio that made the Avengers. Like, how are they gonna do that? Like, that doesn't. And I kind of had a weird relationship with Guardians of the Galaxy because, like, first I thought, because first I loved it, then I went to being then I went to be like, okay, I like it, but I don't think it's great or anything like that. And and now recently, I watched it on Disney Plus the other day, and like, I've grown a lot fonder of Guardians of the Galaxy nowadays.
Have you seen the sequel?
I've seen all the Marvel movies.
Okay, so I in the sequel, do you remember the end credits where it has like Sylvester Stallone and like there's this weird snake looking dude. I don't remember like I think Miley Cyrus even voiced a character.
Yeah, she voiced like this like robot head or whatever.
Yeah, and like with that there was this one like red alien looking guy that was like really snake like. I don't remember it was like the original Guardians of the Galaxy team or something.
Yeah, like I think you're right, and I thought that was really funny. I thought that was granted I didn't realize it until well, how to explain it. I didn't realize that was the original Guardians of the Galaxy until I found out online. I was like, wait, that was like the original Guardians of the Galaxy. It was one of the things that never even really crossed my mind when I'm watching it. It's like, oh, okay.
I wanted
Yeah,
to see a movie
yeah,
with them. As crazy as it sounds, I want to see like that crew.
you know?
Can you hear me?
Uh, you're breaking up a little bit. Like, let's see. Can you speak?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Is the sound of my video games like overwhelming you?
No, they're pretty quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit, just to see if it helps out.
Actually, I'm not even. Actually, I'm not even. I have your video up. I have like the audio for your video muted, so I can listen to you on Discord.
Oh, okay. Well, I turned it down in case. I don't know if it was because I have the TV right in front of me as a thing, and I didn't know if you could hear it.
Hold on. Let me listen to you real quick.
Am I even coming? I wonder if I'm even coming in on the YouTube thing. I tried to set it up. I didn't check.
Hold on. I'm still listening. You could, you could probably like put yourself up a little bit because like I sound like really echoey in there. Like it sounds like I'm on the speakers.
Oh, oh, you're actually not. It's doing a capture from the outside.
Yeah, yeah, it's you might like that's probably what do you mean by capture on the outside?
I have an audio output capture. Like it's all in software.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why it sounds like that,
I, I'm not too worried about it.
but in fact, another funny thing about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is that like another thing, also kind of recently, because I was watching them on Disney Plus, I've grown a lot fonder over the visual effects of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 nowadays. They are much better and way more advanced than I gave them credit for.
I did like two. I liked what was that guy's name? Kurt Russell. Thought he had
Ego.
yeah, I thought he had a unique character.
I thought he was a pretty cool character, and again, like the way they did like the visual effects on the actual planet Eagle, like when they go in there, that was some really insane shit that they were pulling off in that movie. It was like, whoa. Like I think it was like a new software that Marvel was doing. Like I think they first started it. I could be wrong. In Ant-Man and then Doctor Strange, where like it would pretty much render in full time. Like the further you go in, the more it would like auto generated render and whatnot.
Oh,
I could
doing the I couldn't imagine doing the things at the speed of which they're doing them. I say they would have to. Because you got to. I'm guessing now because like I've noticed a lot of movies now are doing pre-renders of like with storyboards. God, this track is awful.
like and again speaking of visual effects I took for granted, like Doctor Strange's visual effects I really took for granted because like that looked like the how do I explain it? It's like the visual effects in Doctor Strange were so well advanced and like were so creative. Like I could probably like in terms of like the visual effects of the 2010s, those were probably I wouldn't say they're the best of visual effects of the decade. I mean, granted, they would definitely be in like a top 20 list, but I would probably say like Doctor Strange has the most creative visual effects of the 2010s because I couldn't even imagine coming up with that imagery in that movie.
Oh, it's very Inception like.
Oh, that was like Inception on steroids. Like that. The one scene that always just freaks me out. I don't know why. It's like when you start seeing Doctor Strange's hand and his fingers grow into little hands, and those little hands have like little, and like the fingers of those little hands start growing even littler hands, and then those fingers of that it was like handception or whatever. It's like, ugh, God, that's weird. Like, I mean, it's good weird, but it's like, ugh.
Oh my gosh, this stupid. I hate this track on this game. But yeah, I honestly, out of all the films, Doctor Strange is my favorite. I don't know what it is about his character that like it just makes me get so invested.
He's kind of like Doctor House, except if he was a superhero.
It really is.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is. Yeah, I'm looking at my MCU. I'm looking at my list of my MCU movies ranked, and Doctor Strange is currently at number 6.
Here's another thing too. If I could tell you how much I love House, and just like as a character, like I don't know what it is about like assholes in cinema, but like I don't know. To me, it just changes everything. The way that like the formula is in film. If the character is a super huge asshole, like they don't have to worry about making it a character arc. They just make him a character, and it just gets you way more invested into them as a person.
Well, I mean, like I do granted I haven't really watched that much of House, but I love the arc that Doctor Strange went through, that Stephen Strange went through in Doctor Strange, because like that was really it's one of those movies where like I liked it when I saw it in theaters, but when I watched it on Disney Plus as of recently, which granted I haven't seen since it was in theaters, but when I recently watched it on Disney Plus, I was like, whoa, I really love this movie. Like Benedict Cumberbatch gives way more of a shit about this performance than he really didn't even needed to, because he put everything into that role. But yeah,
He really did.
But again, in my opinion, I'd probably say there were probably like 5 MCU movies I'm looking at. I'd probably consider a little bit better than Doctor Strange, but yeah.
What's your top? What's your number one?
Avengers Endgame.
Endgame. I think it's Civil War.
I mean, like I'm not gonna complain about Civil War either. My top 5 would be 5 would be Thor Ragnarok, 4 would be Captain America: The Winter Soldier, 3 would be Civil War, 2 would be Infinity War, and number 1 would be Endgame. But again, like that top 4 is like that top 4 is so good. I mean, I'm not gonna like. I don't even think it's really worth debating or whatever. Like, 'cause, like, I mean, pick your poison. It's like all of them are fantastic.
I was just so shocked with Infinity War too, but I really loved Civil War at the time.
Oh, there's many things I love about Civil War. Like, I'll even say this. I think you can make an argument that Tony Stark was the villain, became the villain of Civil War around the end.
Oh no, I screwed up. God, I'm terrible at like this track. It is so windy. Like you have to slow down before every single corner. It is the
Ooh.
worst track ever.
Yeah, but like, what do you think? What do you think about that idea? That the idea that maybe that Tony Stark was probably like became the villain of Civil War around the end.
He did and didn't. Because here the argument for why he didn't was exactly the result of Endgame. He wanted to protect the planet, but he couldn't. And nothing changed his mind towards it. He still wanted the same thing. He still wanted to protect the Earth, even at the expense of like losing our freedoms.
Oh, like, but here's the thing. I kind of view that as like it's sort of like I always say this, like the best villains are always the ones who feel like they are doing legit good in the world. Like that's what made Thanos so captivating as a villain, and even Killmonger. Like they thought they were doing some legit good for the world, and while they had some good points, they went about it in the worst way possible. And with Tony Stark, he was like. It's not like he was going about in the worst way possible. It was like he was always overreacting, where it's like he always kind of didn't realize he was making things worse. And honestly, that's why I kind of think he might have been like I would probably consider him like at least one of the villains of Civil War because like he had some good points, but at the same time, especially I'm not going to say what it is because I mean I know the movie came out in 2016, but I'm not going to give away spoilers. But when something is revealed to him. He does again. I see where he's coming from, and granted, I'm pretty sure anybody would be like that, like react that way at that point. But it's like, he is the one going against Captain America in Captain America's movie. So it's like I kind of do view him as like the villain of Civil War. Again, it's just really well done, and yeah. But I will also say this. In my opinion, Captain America: Civil War also has, like, again, in my opinion, the best action scene I've ever watched in a comic book superhero movie with the airport scene.
Yeah,
like that was insane.
In theater, it just was so. I don't know. I was just immersed.
Like. It had everything. It had some really fun CGI. It had some great hand-to-hand combat sequences. No two heroes ever fought the same way. Like, everyone moved and fought in a different style. Every character had a legit reason for being there and taking a side. You also had our first appearance of Spider-Man and Black Panther. The drama is there. The comedy is there. It's like it was the perfect comic book movie fight. The perfect comic book movie action scene. It was so cool and fun and riveting.
Oh God, please! There's this character in this game called Sal. He's a much better driver than me. I don't know why, but I fucking hate him.
Oh, I feel the same way. Like I remember when I was playing, Mario Kart. Like Ludwig kept getting in my way. Like, God, fuck you, Ludwig, get away. Like, Ludwig's a dick.
Alright, well... Oh, shit. I beat Sal for the first time in this game, I think.
Wow.
And the thing is, he works on my team. He's on my team in this game. And I hate him.
Ooh.
Oh, man, I'm gonna go to bed. I got some more homework and stuff to do tomorrow. That was my little bit of a break, and I'm gonna go to bed. It's
Well,
been
hey, look at it this way.
yeah.
You won't have to do homework for long.
Then forever. Well, man, I want to wish you a good night, and I hope to talk with you again.
You too. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Take it easy. Good night.
Night.
Alright, fellas, I'm going to bed. Hopefully, you had some fun watching me play PlayStation 2. Good night, guys.